Hello, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Titanic, and welcome back to another episode of Titancraft Season 5. How you all doing today? I hope you're doing great. So, oh boy, I actually won't deny, I just rolled back the server because I kind of screwed up with the recording, and I just was impatient, and then I had to rebuild stuff, so I'm a little aggravated. I'm recording this 16 minutes after the beginning of the last episode, so I'm kind of behind now, but you know what? We'll make it work. Hope you're doing great, though. Today we are going to go work on a new mini project, and it involves the rail again. We've been doing a ton of work with that rail. I promise, if you're getting sick of the rail episodes, you're not the only one. I'm just tired of making the episodes about them. What? How many weeks have we been? How many days has that been like a top priority for me? Too many now. I'm tired of them. Okay. I hope you can just live with it a couple of more days. Hang in there. We're almost there. I'm going to show you guys quickly what we have done up to this point. Which will take like probably 10 minutes, and then we'll do a little bit of building. And then I'll probably finish the build off camera. I don't know what we're going to do yet. Alright, hi people. Wait, why am I going to the nether? Oops, that's not where I'm going. That's not where the rail is. So I want to show you my rail access. I did some of the west tunnel. In fact, the west tunnel currently is the only actual tunnel, not complete. So to get there, you come to my mob farm, and it conveniently ran next to my mob farm. So now you used to come down here to go to the village, and now there's a little spot here that you can just run down and get into the railway area. Let's see, did I ever put minecarts in here? I did, actually. I think my saplings. Oops. Alright. So anyways, here we go. So this is currently the west end. That's going to go out to TC Kingdom at some point. Oh, God. I'll be right back. I'll try to keep doing stuff. Alright, be back. I'm back, and I have had enough of random phone calls and episodes and other things. In fact, the last time I recorded this, I also had an awkward break because my dogs were starting to bark. Why? Every time. I don't even get it. This has just been a crazy week for me, though. So I'm sorry that I had that interruption, by the way. That was Login Space Tunnel area. I tried to put in chat at least to give you a message. That tunnel is the east tunnel, though, and that's by far the shortest and the first one we did. So we're going to go south right now. But anyways, yeah, I will admit though, my tanker playtime is actually quite low this week, just because this week has been like my week off, not only from school, but I've been needing some time away from the server, so I've been actually playing a lot of Ark, Pixark, Battlefield. I've been just playing all sorts of games. I even tried Fortnite, which, by the way, I should just say I'm not a huge fan of Fortnite. And I finally played it to get my own opinion on it. I really don't like it that much, just because of the third-person aspect. It's gonna take. I might play to try to get used to it, but yeah. By the way, this is just a little thing I made. It comes up by Zombie's old house and the concrete factory. This is just a little hut thing to get up on the surface. But yeah, anyways, by the way, Spawn Peninsula really needs development. I was talking in my first recording before I screwed up, that there's three main things I'm going to focus on yet this season, I guess you could say. I guess, like, three, kind of a fourth. The big three focuses, though, are Titancraft Kingdom, my personal base, Spawn Peninsula, and then the fourth is, like, just polishing anything I haven't finished. Like, I have quite a few half-finished things that I need to polish up before we end the season. I really need to work on the nether one of these days. That'll be, in fact, that could be a great thing just to break up, like, if I don't know what to do, just work on the nether for an episode. Even though I really should get the god pickaxe back out and use that. Right, I've been debating whether we dare to use the god stuff again. I'm not sure. It's kind of a thing for me. I don't know. Part of me really wants to bring the God stuff back out. Some part of me doesn't. And I think we're quite split because some of the Titancraft still has their God stuff also. But anyways, so this is a fishing hut design I got from this guy. I don't know how really to say his name. Almost Addicted. Oh, I see that one just threw me up. Almost Addicted Minecraft. He's a guy I found on YouTube. He made this nice tutorial for this little hut. Really very fantastic fishing hut. The only thing I modified is the floor to have that, and I extended it this way by 2 blocks to give us a way onto mainland because for some reason the hut had no actual way on the land previously. So yeah, so now we have our little area here to get to the south end of the peninsula. So anyways, very nice little fishing hut. I wanted to make this building look nice on the end of the peninsula. I felt guilty for the other one looking so bad, and honestly, I've just been in such a rush recently that I don't know. I really want to do more on the server, but what I want to do, I'm not actually quite sure of at the moment. It's sad. I'm really stuck in a hard place, personally. And I hope we can rebound some things in the next couple of weeks here. Trying to get the server a little more exciting. Do some more things. I don't know. Everything will come with time. We will see. I want to work on Logan's prank. He's actually gone all day, but I'm so busy today. I have so much to get done. I've been just go all day. Oh god, I just threw a bottle cap. Oops. And I also had to actually pre-record a little bit. I'm gonna be gone, I believe, Saturday and Sunday, so, and possibly even Monday. So I need to get on my recording game tomorrow. Tomorrow's gonna be like my crazy recording day. And tonight, actually, I'm not gonna lie. I'm at this weird point. Oh, let's get on the rail. Now we're heading to the North Tunnel, by the way, which is where we'll be working today. Where, I want to play Ark all evening. I've been in a huge Arky mood. Pixark, Ark, I don't care. I just like both of them. I do not want to play Minecraft today. And I'm getting to that point a lot, actually, where I find myself not wanting to play Minecraft. And I think it's a huge driving factor why there will not be a Season 6, is the fact that, myself included, a lot of Titans are no longer interested in playing Minecraft all the time. Excuse me. Oh, I'm very thirsty today. I stay hydrated even I can't really say you gotta stay hydrated though, considering I'm drinking root beer, but whatever. So today, this tunnel here actually comes up in kind of the middle of an unexpected area. It comes up right here in the central area of Logan's Reach. Which, by the way, my tunnel runs right under Logan's useless ice tunnel. They never used, he never finished. Again, one of the millions of unfinished things this server has to offer at this point. And I'm pretty sure this beacon has been sitting here for ages, and Logan still hasn't gotten rid of it. I should ask him if I can get rid of it later and even take the beacon myself. I'm pretty sure fight some withers and crap one of these days. I don't know what this is for either. Logan's base area is a mess. And he hasn't even worked on this end of the base in weeks. I think the last thing he worked on actually was this build right here. Was when he came down here and he never even finished this entrance. He just like did how it is when he made this giant mob farm storage. Which may I just say, since he built this, we've almost completely stopped using the mob farm. Like, let's see. Can I figure out? Like, okay. So it must be backed up in these hoppers right now. I don't know where it is. But you can see that at the moment, this farm has not ran much since he made this big thing. So, again, I haven't been AFK much anyway the past couple of weeks, just because my crashing when I'm AFK now is to the point where I can't even AFK for like 10 minutes. And I don't know why it does it, especially when I'm AFK. Because I have not crashed in a long time now, like while I'm playing actively, but when I AFK, I crash non-stop. It drives me insane. I don't know why I crash so much. And it takes some of the fun out of it for me. I get annoyed that I can't AFK at all to like run mob farms or stuff. I used to be able to get lucky and sometimes get to run for 12 hours. Now I'm lucky if I can run for like an hour. It's terrible how bad it's getting. I need to find a way to like hardwire. Anyway, why did I go back here? I need to go work. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I'm so distracted today. I won't hide that I don't want to record this episode. Much rather would work on other things, but you know, sometimes you just gotta do things you don't want to do. Today's one of those days. Alright. Here we go. So how do we want to design this area? I'm not quite sure. So let's start by slapping down a crafting table in here somewhere. Is it becoming night? God dang it. We're not going to get anything done today. I'm pretty sure the game just is like, nope, you're not doing anything. I kind of want to style it off of that. And no, I'm not trying to rip off login because I actually... I kind of want to build something like Z-Sto map room-ish, which is kind of like that. Except Z-Sto's map room is a little more complex than that build. Oh, I wish we could get a crazy good builder on the server to do some stuff for us. Oh, we could use one. If anybody knows a crazy good builder, please, please, please try to advertise our server to them. Application link is in the description. Actually, I should comment that I'm pretty sure we're getting pretty close to the point where I'm going to close the applications for good just due to the fact that Titancraft is going to become very different at the end of the season. I don't actually know myself what's going to happen to our little group here, but there's going to be changes, that's for sure. It's not going to be the exact... things are not going to be the same starting the day the server officially ends. And that's just how things are going to be. With the server no longer focused on Minecraft, things will obviously be very different for us all. In fact, I will admit that right now, I know a lot of major titans like myself and Login agreed pretty well that there probably will be an off-camera Season 6, but that when the server ends, we are likely to lose quite a lot of titans. That's just the truth. Without this server here to bind us together, so many titans are going to drift off probably within just weeks or days of us ending this of Season 5 ending, so... It's a sad reality we face, but again, it's a reality, so we could try to argue about it all we want, but instead we just have to deal with it as it comes. And yes, we are thinking about doing an off-camera Season 6, but even then, it's going to be so different from how we've done the previous seasons that, I don't know. Any Season 6 we do definitely will not be the way that I think that the previous 5 have been. For one, I would like to do a season where we just load up a world and we play it. I think that would be so much fun. I've always kind of wanted to do that, but I haven't done it in years. Where you load up a random Minecraft world and you rock with it. You get what you get, you don't throw a fit, and you work with what the world gives you. I don't know. To me, that just sounds extremely fun. Is to just try something like that. But again, other people don't like that taste. Other people like to have something very specifically designed. And I will admit, this seed is heavily manufactured for the needs of Titancraft. Like, honestly, the seed we play on took us not hundreds of hours, but tens of hours to pick out. Like, this was not like a seed where we all of a sudden just said, alright, we're gonna just pick the seed. Like, this seed was not a quick process to pick. Actually, I'm gonna do this differently. I wish I could give you guys a valid estimate of how long I spent looking for seeds. It was over 24 hours total. Like, there was one afternoon, I believe it was the afternoon that I finally found the seed. I believe I spent 4 hours on Biome Finder randomizing seeds, just trying to get a seed I liked. It took me, I believe total though, I probably spent 24 hours between, at least if you add up everybody's playtime, working, because I wasn't the only one looking for the seed. Probably 24 hours worth of Titancraft's time went into finding the Season 5 seed. It was because I had this idea because of the throwback, being much of it trying to be a throwback, which throwback season kind of fell apart pretty quick. I haven't done too many throwbacks yet, which we start this week actually. Is that I wanted a flower forest, a dark oak forest, and a ocean all next to each other. And to find a combination like that takes forever. Remember, if you're looking for a specific biome setup on a world, prepare to spend an unholy amount of time looking for it. Would I do it again for Season 5? Yes. For any other world? Probably not. It took way too much time. I wouldn't. Like, I would definitely do it again to make Season 5, but, like, I wouldn't. Just for any other world, I don't think I would ever spend that much time doing that again. There's too much time I spent on it. I got sick of it by the end for sure. I was just like, no more of this, please. So season 5 actually did, though, have a lot of work going into the season. It was... Getting the season set up was definitely a challenge. One of the harder ones, I would say. And I'm trying to think. Season 3 wasn't as bad. Logan was actually the one who found the Season 3 seed. I think I was looking for a server... Oh, yeah. The Season 4 world came about because I was spending time on Biome Finder seeing if I could find a world with a mushroom biome and a maze of touching, which I... Guess what I found for Season 4. Which I never ended up doing much with, just due to the lack of time of that season and the fact that I was burnt out on Minecraft right away. But that season seed, but season 3 seed was quite random. I think Logan picked it out one afternoon though when I was away. I think I told him, well, I believe we knew the reset for season 2 was, we knew season 2 I think had ended early or something, and we were on like these few off weeks, and I told Logan he could, if he wanted to, he could work on just finding a new seed, and he went right to work. He was so excited that I gave him permission to look for the new seed. You wouldn't have believed. He was so happy. Because typically I pick the seed, and I don't want to sound bossy or anything, but as the person who runs the group, I try to pick seeds that I think would drive the group to continue doing stuff or to make it interesting. Like season 2's island seed. I knew season 2 was going to have a world border, but I didn't know how we would do that. I didn't know how I wanted to do it, considering we were on a server, and like honestly season 2 would have been a lot more fun if we could have stayed on realms, but we decided that season would be good on a server, and honestly, worst idea ever. Don't hate me, but I hate Bisect server because of that. But in fact, seasons, I've heard a lot of people that are like, Titanic, you really should work with like your actual server host. Seasons 2 and 3 really have just scared me away from them. I don't want to go near them anymore. They are, to me, Minecraft server hosts are scams. Complete and utter scams. Please, if you can, use realms if at all. If you're playing vanilla Minecraft and you can live without plugins, please use realms. It's so much, it's cheaper, it actually works. Like honestly, we paid like, I'm gonna put out some numbers here. I can't say they're exactly right, but let's just say we spent probably my mom was kind enough to pay for Titancraft usually. Let's just put out as a number we paid maybe I'm trying to think of how much it would have been for Bisect. Paid $60, like $70 for every 3 months or something. So a fairly decent price, like not super duper cheap. And for that price, we got basically nothing. Like the server lagged to death. So yeah, we had like no storage, we had no power of the server, but it costed a lot of money. And hence, after that, I have not wanted to go back to using an actual server host since that day. I'm very happy with Realms. While Realms does some stuff that sometimes pisses me off, I very much overall think it's a much, much more reliable service than a lot of other things out there. And I definitely have no regrets about doing Season 5 on Realms. For one, like, the Realms auto backups, even the ability on Realms to switch, like, to minigames to entertain people every now and again. Like, honestly, I'm gonna be a little open here. I'm not trying to insult any Titans if they're watching, but there are a few Titans out there who are so impatient and don't like to play vanilla Minecraft and survival that much that playing minigames, that ability really helps get them to play at least something with the group. And if that's an incentive I can create to get members of my group onto Titancraft in some way, shape, or form, I'm going to do it. And it's just common sense to why I do it. I want to help the group. I'm trying to help push this group forward. And it definitely works. Let's see. I'm trying to think what I was about to say. So yeah, sometimes you gotta create little incentives to get people on. I've learned definitely quite a few things about how people act in the time I've run this server. Titancraft has taught me a lot. Like, honestly, you would think of, like, Minecraft server, you're gonna learn a lot. Yeah, right, joke's on you. I've learned more than you would think from running a stupid little Minecraft server for how many years now? it's been quite the ride, definitely been a ride. And I would do it again in a heartbeat. I've loved running Titancraft. It's been for this project this idea that I created randomly a few summers ago has gone way farther than I expected it to ever go for me. Because I remembered it was kind of my entrance back into YouTube. Because at the time I started Titancraft, I was just at a crossroad on what to do next with YouTube. I had basically run out of ideas. Titanic SMP had stopped like a month earlier. I started my Terraria 1.3 Let's Play, and that ended super duper quickly. I immediately, I had like a 3-part Skyblock series. Basically, I was in a time when after I formally ended Titanic SMP and my Terraria 1.2.4 series, all of a sudden my channel came to this point where I had no clue what I was doing anymore. I was just like, what am I supposed to do? I've done everything I want to do. And it was for those few weeks there that basically my channel came to a complete standstill for, I believe, probably... At the time, it felt like forever. That summer, honestly, was a very... I felt like it went too fast, but looking back, it was a very long summer. Because it felt like forever between when I said I'm taking a break from YouTube and when I began Titancraft, but it was realistically only about 10 days time. But in those 10 days, my mindset about everything completely changed, and all of a sudden I started looking around. I'm like, hey Logan, what if we do another server like with currency and crap? And I was thinking about making this server, and then all of a sudden I reversed it, and my thoughts turned to maybe I should just create a regular survival server at the end of July. And all of a sudden I started asking around. I'm like, hey, would anybody be interested? And Logan, of course, who at the time was just was almost a bigger sidekick of mine than he is now, because that was at like the height of our friendship when we talked like 12 hours every single day, and now we both kind of go our own separate ways much more often than we used to. But anyways, back then, Logan joined me right away, and I'm like, I still need more members. That's when, at the time, Broken wasn't a member yet, but he told me that as soon as he could get a computer, he would join, and that was, of course, Broken joined like 20 days into the season and only stayed for 40 days. But, at the time, Ice joined with us. So she followed us. She was big into that. She would not get left out, of course. We can see what happened with her not too long into Titancraft's existence. She kind of was at the forefront of some of the struggles of this group. But I don't want to I'm not going to sit here and blame her for everything that went wrong, even though it can be argued a lot if it was because of her. I'm not going to blame everything. I'm not the type of person to blame everything on somebody. But anyways, at the time though, Ice joined us. Then Logan got Ship had actually been with us in Titanic SMP, kind of just there but not there. He had a little house, he built some stuff, but he wasn't really ever there. But Log invited Ship to the server, and Ship joined right away. So Ship was one of the initial Titans, and that's where the original 4 came from. And then it wasn't long after that the group started to expand, with Broken being our first official new Titan before he left very quickly due to... I think he left mainly just due to some tension in the group right away. When disagreements formed, he didn't really... I forget actually his real reason for leaving. He really didn't have a reason. He kind of suddenly left. I don't know, he was very unhappy, I think. I don't know what it was, if it was jealousy about something. I'm not sure. He just randomly left, basically. Like, he all of a sudden started saying, like, I might leave, and then he left. And I'm not quite sure ever what drove his decision to leave the group. Still unsure about it to this day, after all them years. Anyways. What else was I going to say? Then next, I think the next Titan to join was probably... Oh, yeah, it was Dom. I remember, because Ice got her own Minecraft account, and as we whitelisted Dom's account... because at the time, Dom and Ice shared an account. So when Ice got her own account, I removed Dom's account from the whitelist, and then not even an hour later, Ice was asking me if I could re-whitelist Dom, because Dom really wanted to join. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna be nice. I'll let him join. So that's when Dom joined the group, which that day is when controversy. I set this group on a trip towards controversy, not because of specifically Dom, but because of that sibling rivalry that kind of almost put the group into ruins just a matter of months later. But anyways, moving on from that, I think after that Neo was the next Titan, who joined in October. I got Neo to join the group. I tracked him down one day. He joined us for UHC, and I'm like, hey, want to join me on my actual server? And he's like, sure, I'll come on. So I got Neo with us, who he stayed with us until season 3, when he left due to some controversy created within the group when he kind of decided to go rage mode and basically blow up our entire server and create a ton of issues for us. Then what? Let's see. Who was after that? Then I think that's when the group actually went pretty quiet for a while until the ice crap started happening in December that year, and Ice was out of the group, I believe. It was December 31st she left, right on New Year's Eve. Then we started the new year, which was still Season 1. Nothing really... After that, Season 1 was basically dead, so it was just myself, Logan, Chip, and Dom for the rest of that season, I believe. And I guess Duke was like... Duke, my old friend Duke, was there for a few episodes, but... I never have ever called him an official Titan just because he was just... it sounds mean, but he was never significant in the series. He was... I don't know when he's only in one episode. I don't really know how long he was whitelisted for. But all I know is he wasn't in Season 2, and he wasn't in much of Season 1. So anyways, I hope I'm not forgetting anybody from Season 1. I shouldn't be. Then going into Season 2, things really didn't change. Season 3, though, was when the group really grew all of a sudden. Because right after launching Season 3, I met Chris on a live stream, on my first ever Twitch live stream. And immediately, he was really nice. We met up. He then all of a sudden decided he wanted to join us on Titancraft, so he became that. Then G-Master became with him because G-Master is his friend and cousin. So Chris's arrival to the group kind of is directly tied to G-Master. Then let's see, who was after that? So Creeper also joined at that point. At that time, also Destructicon and not that big a YouTuber. No. Who was it? Gamer guy. Yeah, Gamer from DN, he was with us for a while too. I believe that's also around the time when Zombie first joined, if I remember correctly. Sometime that season. I'm not quite sure when it was. I can't tell you, actually. Let's see. I need to get my story straight. I'm going to probably go through, I think I'll probably make, a history of the entirety of Titancraft at some point. Probably towards the end of the season, I'll kind of, make a giant recap video of the entire server. Everything that's happened over the 5 seasons. Let's see. After that, so Creeper joined. Then not much happened, I don't think, until... I guess the end of the season is kind of when things started to change again. Ice rejoined in the final few weeks of 2016. If I recall correctly, she joined the server, and that lasted her until April 9th of last year, in which on the Easter episode, or right around the time we were trying to do the Easter episode, basically, she caused a huge group fight, and of course I got pissed, so I was like, not again. We're done with this one. I wasn't going to have another stupid group fight because of her. So, let's see. So right away in Season 4, Winter joined, on January 14th. 2 months later, Wild joined. In fact, Winter was the first Titan to join on the contract being a thing. We voted her in on the which I should say, I call it a contract. Technically, it's just our set of rules, but we call it a contract. But let's see. So, Winter, when the meeting in which we created our rules or contract is the meeting we added Winter to the group, who joined. Then we had Wild join us immediately after. 2 months later, I believe it was March 14th, Wild joined. And then in May, after trying to help Winter get her SMP started, which I don't think ever really happened, I met Dylan, who joined our server too. Then after that, nothing really changed with Titans except until Zombie left in September due to inactivity, and then Wild just decided to leave in late December. In fact, she left on the last day of the year. So since then, the only thing that's changed is since we have now had Smite join the group, who is actually almost to the point of inactivity where he's going to be removed. So I don't know what it is with Titans on our server getting removed constantly, but pretty sure Smite's going to join the club of removed Titans. Now I've got to get a screenshot for the thumbnail. But anyways, that is like my story time for today. We should just do some of these episodes where I reminisce over the old times. Maybe like we have like a daily conversation on something that happened in one of the 5 seasons. I don't know. I'm not really sure. I'm really excited for what lies ahead yet, and it does make me a little bit sad to think that we're going to be ending soon, but all good things have to come to an end at some point. And this series was never meant to go on for this series was never intended to be 1,000 episodes long or go on for 10 years. The series was just to go until we basically moved on, until we were deciding. I had no idea what to expect at the beginning. Like, I had this great idea that maybe the server could grow, my channel would get to be at least maybe a few thousand subs. We could get all these like 50 people on server, not 50. My goal was always to have like 15 Titans, which are most I think we've ever had at once is 12 or something. But the group, but I never ever actually expected to get that far, and I never in my imagination expected to get almost 500 episodes of a series. When we're done, we'll have 500 episodes of Titancraft. Never expected that. Back when I started it, I was hoping. I had no clue how many. Back then, I didn't even know how many episodes I was gonna go. I was just wanting season 1 to be 100 episodes. I didn't even. Honestly, I just knew there was gonna be multiple seasons. I just didn't know how many or how long they would be, how many episodes. Never did I realize that we had come so far in 3 years. It is insane. And the fact that when that sun goes down on July 22nd and we move on, a new chapter will begin for all of us, I think. It's kind of sad to think that this group may completely fall apart after that date, but I have hope. I remain hopeful that the friendships that we've created over the last 3 years won't all go to waste. It's not nice. So anyways, thank you for watching today. I hope you at least enjoyed something of this. Tomorrow's episode, I'll probably record later tonight after I do some other stuff. Not really sure what we'll do tomorrow yet. Probably maybe start working on my personal base, or maybe Log and I will work on the wall or something. I'm not sure. Anyways, thank you so much for joining us today. We will be back very, very soon, everyone. For now, have yourselves a fantastic day. This has been Titanic, and I will see you guys in the next episode. Later, everyone. Peace.